It's a perfect day in Galilee. This is News Channel 7, the Galilean Gazette, the holiest news you'll find on your tablet. I am Baba Wawa.
And I am Shelly Grace.
Welcome back to our amazing series called Fruit. Last week, we talked all about cranberries, and it was about the great lesson of Noah, the man of God who built an ark. The cranberry reminds us that God is our protector.
Now, each week, we want you kids to be thinking about what your favorite fruit is, because each one helps us discover the blessing that God has given us. It's wonderful to learn the ways to be more like God and to live in the world around us.
Shelly Grace, what are you doing? That sound is so distracting.
Well, I'm just trying to open this coconut so you can see all the water that's inside of it. Will you hold it steady for me while I just take this chisel and put it right here to open it?
No way.
Just hold it.
I
It's not
am
gonna hurt
not
you.
getting my hands anywhere near though. Listen, but Shelly, can this wait? I mean, we're doing a show. Kids are tuned in and watching from all over the place.
Baba, you are so silly sometimes. Of course I know we're doing a show. Hi, everyone out there. Aren't they just so dear?
Yes, of course they are, but I still don't understand. Why did you bring the coconut to the show?
Why? I'll tell you why. Because coconuts are amazing and unique. And this is an incredible fruit. And it just so happens it's our fruit of the week.
Coconuts? There must be some mistake here, because there is no way a coconut is a fruit. I mean, look at this thing. Well, or maybe I just never thought of it as a fruit before.
Oh, it's a fruit, all right. And let me tell you, coconuts are set apart from any other fruit. You see, if you shake it, you'll hear inside that there is a liquid. And that liquid is so full of all kinds of nutrients. Plus, it's how we make all kinds of great things from coconut. There's coconut butter, coconut oil, or even dried coconut.
Oh, I'm starting to catch on now. Coconuts really are amazing. It actually reminds me of a favorite Bible story about a man of God that was trying to get water from a very hard place too. Can anyone think of who I'm talking about? If you guessed Moses, you cheer for yourself. It was Moses. In our story today, we will learn how God demonstrated his great love for us and for his people by providing them with water from a very unusual place.
Whether or not you like a coconut, after our story today, every time you see a coconut, you'll be pleasantly reminded that God is our provider.
Yes, that's for sure. Our story today is from Exodus chapter 17, verses 1 through 7. And we will see that God had just delivered his people, the Israelites, from slavery. He had freed them from their Egyptian captors and was leading them to the land that they would soon call home.
But along the way, out in the wilderness, far from civilization and far from any source of water, the people got thirsty. And I mean real thirsty. So let's tune in to our story clip of the week, and we will join you right back here and wrap it up. This is the story of Moses as soon as he left the Red Sea. The whole Israelite community set out from the desert, traveling from place to place as the Lord commanded them. They camped at Rephidim. They camped, but there was no water for the people to drink. So they quarreled with Moses and said to him, "Give us water to drink." But Moses replied, "Why do you quarrel with me? Why do you put the Lord to the test?" But the people were thirsty for water. They grumbled against Moses and they said, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt to make us and our children and our livestock die of thirst?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, "What am I going to do with these people? They are almost ready to stone me." Then the Lord answered Moses,
Go out in front of the people. Take with you some of the elders of Egypt, and take your hands and the staff with which you struck the Nile, and go. I will stand before you by the rock of Horeb. Strike the rock, and the water will come out of it for the people to drink.
So Moses did this in the sight of the elders and the Israelites. He hit the rock, and water came forth, and it filled them till they were no longer thirsty. Moses said, The Lord
is great among us.
The end.
Welcome back, kids. We hope that you enjoyed the video about Moses. In today's story, we saw how God demonstrated his love for his people by taking such good care of them. The Israelites were walking and walking and walking out in the desert, far from anything or anyone, let alone any source of water, and they were so thirsty.
And Moses prayed to God and asked what he could do because the people were so upset because of how thirsty they were. At one point, they even said they wanted to be slaves again.
Well, I know that sounds hard to believe, but guess what? That's when God delivered a miracle. He told Moses to go and tap a rock, not coconut, but a solid rock. And when Moses did that, water came gushing out, enough to satisfy thousands and thousands of men, women, and children, and by their animals too.
God not only provided water for them, but he provided water in abundance. He is the maker of all good things, from water to coconut. He will always meet our needs. Pray and give your needs to God, and he will provide for you.
That's a great idea, Shelly Grace. Okay, kids, so when you see a coconut, pick it up, shake it, listen for the liquid, and hopefully you'll be reminded of the miracle in our story today. For me, my head is still spinning between the water gushing out of a rock versus how in the world they get liquid inside of a coconut. Either way, thank goodness God is our provider.
God loves to hear our requests, and it is his joy to provide for us who love him. When we ask with a grateful heart, we can watch for God to do miracles and amazing wonders.
Well, that's all for us here this week. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you'll join us next week as we continue our wonderful series called Fruit. So from all of us here at the Galilean Gazette, meet me on the top of the coconut tree.